So let's talk a little bit about what's called the geometry manager. You've seen a little bit of it, but the manager, there are multiple geometry managers, by the way. You might see the word pack instead of grid, but grid is the easiest and I think the most effective way to do things. It organizes the widgets in your window or your frame, controls the size, placement, spacing, alignment, and handles what to do if the window is resized. Because right now, if you look at this, if I take this window and I resize it, it doesn't happen, nothing happens, which is, it's not terrible, but ideally, if you resize the window, you kind of want things to space out in the window. That's handled by the geometry manager. We probably won't get into that today, but that is handled through that. But if I take this program, let's see here, run this. Let's run it one more time here. There we go. Okay, so this one has a few different things going on, but we've got a label here inside a frame, and then we've got another frame, and then we've got this going on down here with these. And if I take a look at this layout, the way I achieve that layout is by splitting it up into what's called a grid. And that's where we get the idea of grid from. But we've got a frame here, and this frame takes up all of this space. And so the way we get these three down here is we have to have we have to tell that frame that it's going to take up 3 columns and 2 rows. So it goes 3 columns across and 2 rows down. That's the space that's taken up there. And then there's a label here, right? The name label. And it spans 2 columns. Oh, the label spans two columns, and then the entry for the name spans 2 columns. So each one of those is in a single row, but spans 2 columns, and then each one of these is in its own row and column combo. So if I break this down, there are 5 columns and 3 rows. You can kind of see this label or this frame is at column 0, row 0. So it starts at the upper left-hand corner, and it takes up 3 columns, 1, 2, 3, and it takes up 2 rows, 1, 2. So you can kind of plan this out, and if you want to create a layout like this, you want to create a window effectively, you might want to take a pencil and paper and just think about this, but the column spans and row spans are basically taking up those spaces. So that's how a grid layout works. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's not super difficult.